Well, 2024 isn't off to a great start for some parks as there are quite a few rumors flying around out there. Many enthusiasts have bucket list coasters and parks to visit, and among those often include the oldest operating coaster, Leap the Dips, at Lakemont Park, and of course Skyliner, a Philadelphia Toboggan Company wooden coaster built in 1960 at Roseland Park and later relocated to Lakemont Park in 1987.
Welcome back to Ghoster Coasters. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button and join the spooky community. A huge shout out goes to our Coaster Ghost members of the channel like CP Coaster Lover and others. Let's get into the news of Leap the Dips, Skyliner, and Lakemont Park.
According to Lakemont Partnership President Andrea Cohen, the company that runs Lakemont Park under a long-term lease from Blair County will not operate any rides this season because it has become financially unstable. The partnership will continue to offer access to the 4 batting cages, 4 basketball courts, 2 volleyball courts, 2 mini golf courses, and 10 pavilions. In keeping with its transition several years ago from classic amusement park with lots of rides to a facility primarily for active recreation, Cohen told county commissioners on Thursday.
With the declining attendance and high insurance costs, the park is losing money overall. Although the partnership hopes to reverse that by attracting more patrons to those recreational facilities, booking more events like music festivals, craft and car shows, and fundraising walks, and especially by working with businesses and community organizations on creative new proposals, Cohen said.
In the past, Cohen has considered using the park as a campground, and it's conceivable it could serve at some point as the site for an indoor sports complex, even something that would require conversion to a non-profit organization.
The maintenance costs for the 2 wooden roller coasters, the Leap the Dips, which had been the world's oldest operating coaster, and the Skyliner, have become expensive and hard to maintain, according to Cohen.
There needs to be discussions about what will happen to those rides, especially the 122-year-old Leap the Dips, says Cohen, and well, I'm sure most of us enthusiasts agree, even though many of us weren't flocking to the park at times, it's still something that was on a lot of our bucket list, so this is sad news regardless. Let's go ahead and get into some more details here.
Based on the county lease, which expires in 2066, the partnership is obligated to maintain and protect the Leap the Dips, a National Historic Landmark, said County Solicitor Nathan Karn. He also says they can't let it fall down.
Under the lease, the county has the right of first refusal for the Skyliner and the miniature but rideable passenger train. Should the partnership decide to sell those, Karn said. Technically, the right of first refusal also applies to Leap the Dips, according to Karn. Other rides still at the park that won't operate this summer are the Tin Lizzies, the go-karts, the Little Leaper, and 4x4s as well.
The county is open to Cohen's call for help from the community, for collaboration and ideas, said Burke.
Still, it behooves the commissioners to reflect on it and think about it, the whole situation, Burke said. Even if the commissioners wanted to pressure the partnership into changing its strategy for the park, it's not certain they have much leverage, according to the officials. Given that the partnership continues to operate the venue as a park that is available to residents to stroll around during hours when it's open, the partnership would seem to be working within the lease, according to Nathan Karn.
Whether a commissioners group in the future could legally break that lease to wrest control of the park from the partnership depends on the legal nature of the agreement, according to Karn.
Now here's where things get interesting. It says, if the lease is reflective of a governmental function, a commissioners group could break it, based on a prohibition against governmental bodies binding their successors to contracts related to those kinds of functions, Karn said. If the lease is reflective of a proprietary function, one that the government is not required to perform, or that could be carried out by a private entity, or that was entered into in order to raise money, the county is stuck with the lease.
There are seasonal staff positions at the park in operations, grounds, special events, and in the organization of holiday lights on the lake, according to Cohen. Applications are available at lakemontparkfund.com or by emailing info@lakemontparkfund.com. The park is open from mid-April until Labor Day. The season is broken into 3 periods, each with a different schedule. Mid-April through early June, June through most of August, and after school begins.
Leap the Dips was the oldest operating coaster, and it's crazy to think that it'll be SBNO for the 2024 season and potentially further on. We've seen many guests upset, canceling trips, and stating that they think the future of the park is pretty bleak. Do you think that Lakemont Park is making the right choice here? And do you think the future of Lakemont Park is at stake? Will we ever see the oldest operating roller coaster again?
This seems like such a bad day for coasters in general, as we, like many others, have planned to go, and now we may never get the chance to ride two classic wooden coasters, only a few hours away. Such a shame to see, and we hope the future of the park includes Skyliner and Leap the Dips.
If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, become a Coaster Ghost and producer of the channel. Make sure you all hit that like button. We couldn't do this without all of you Coaster Ghosters out there. And of course, comment down below. What do you think of this whole Lakemont Park development? Do you guys think they're making the right choice? Will we ever see these roller coasters again? Make sure you let us know down below.
As always, thanks for being a part of this spooky community
And for Coaster Ghosting with Ghoster Coasters.